Hi and welcome back to my channel. You guys, I'm super excited about this week's coaching video for many reasons. So let's just jump right on in. First off, as always, here is my planner layout. Loving this green and white scheme. Not quite sure why I chose that. And as you can see, I have written in the planner for this week. Yeah, I don't know why I chose that green. I just happen to like it, so I stuck it in there. No real rhyme or reason. So that is that. Next on my list, before I jump into anything, I just want to give a sincere, heartfelt condolence to the passing of the beautiful and talented Miss Kate Spade. As you know, she passed away last week at the, let me not say she passed away, she committed suicide. Let's call it what it is, right? At the age of 55. And when I heard about her death, it made me think about how some people can have beautiful smiles on their faces and look like they have everything in the world going for them, but inside they're really not happy. And so that was very disheartening. And so we certainly want to be in prayer for her family and her friends and all the many people that she's touched over the years. I just, I can't even begin to imagine. And then also, as you know, we lost Mr. Anthony Bourdain, who was a celebrity chef as well as a CNN host. He as well committed suicide on last week, and he was the young age of 61 years old. And so I just want to remind each and every one of you, there's always somebody that you can talk to. So please don't ever feel like you have to go through life with the weight of the world on your shoulders and you can't talk to anybody. There's always somebody that you can reach out and talk to. Get the help that you need. And I'm going to say this. If you feel like you have nobody else that you can talk to, nobody else that will understand you, you can always reach out to me. I will be sure to as always, put my contact information in the description box, because I want you to feel like you can reach out and talk to me. If you have nobody else that you can go to, you can always reach out and talk to me, and we'll figure out how we can work through your problems. But please, if you have ever, or if you are having thoughts of committing suicide because you think that's just the only way out, because of whatever it is that's going on in your life or whatever isn't going on in your life, just know that suicide is not the way. It is not the way. There's so many other things that you can do. And especially if it's about a bill. If you don't have money to pay your bills, guess what? You set up payment arrangements and let the company know when you can pay that bill. But please don't ever feel like you need to take your life to escape the world in which we live. Okay? So again, my heartfelt condolences to both those individuals, their families and friends, and all that they've touched. Next on my list is, we had our first Toastmasters meeting at work last week, and it was good. So during that meeting, we didn't do any speeches or anything, but I passed out the material to everybody, so everybody has their handbooks and booklets. In fact, I have to sit down and read through all of the material for the leaders, because I am the president of our Toastmasters chapter. I'm super excited about that. And so we're going to have a leadership meeting on next week next week, later on this week, to discuss what our roles are, what we're supposed to do, what we're responsible for, so everybody's clear on what it is that they're supposed to be doing. So I'm super excited about this, you guys. I really am, and I cannot wait until we get into doing the speeches. As a matter of fact, I opened up the mail on last Thursday, I believe it was, and when I opened up the envelope, there's certificates in there. And so sometime during our next meeting, we have one more meeting for the month of June, and I might wait till the first meeting in July, we'll see, so that I can give everybody their certificates for, being a part of Toastmasters. I want to get rid of those before I lose them, because, I have a tendency to put things up and then can't find it. So next on my list is, I finished up, you guys. It took me a day. yeah, it took me a day to put together a presentation. I think I told you guys, I think I told you, that Bob Yates of Circle of Champions asked me if I would do a presentation on how to start and succeed on YouTube. And I said, of course. Now, when I said, of course, I had no material put together other than, the stuff I have in my head, and I could talk about that, of course, off the cuff, but I wanted to put together a formal presentation, which I have. And so here is I won't go through the whole thing, of course, but here's the cover of it. Hope you can see that. Here's the cover of it, and it just says how to start and succeed on YouTube. And I talk about the 4 objectives for when we do this workshop. Objective number 1 is starting your YouTube channel. Objective number 2 is how to get started and creating your content. And number 4, do's and don'ts. Now, I just realized, even as I said that, no, I like that. Starting your YouTube channel, because I go into, oh no, you know what? I tell you what, even as I'm doing this, I'm making changes. So number 1 is going to be why you should have a YouTube channel. See, I'm trying to tell you, work in progress. So for under my objectives, the first thing is going to be why you should have a YouTube channel. And I thought about that because when I turned to the first slide, that's what this slide talks about right here. I hope you can see that, but that's what that slide talks about. So I'm going to go into all the reasons why you should have a YouTube channel. And then I go into what do you need to get started. I said I wasn't going to go through this, but that's okay. We'll do it real quick. And then, so I give some reasons why, what do you need to get started. And then I list topics for your channel, because there's very many things that you can, nothing is etched in stone. So there's so many things you can talk about on YouTube. And then the next slide is once your channel is up and running, what do you do? Things you should and shouldn't do, because that's very, very important. I have quite a few things on here. Things to be aware of while filming. And y'all know I have pet peeves about filming, and there's eye noise. And if you don't know what eye noise is in the deaf community, eye noise is anything that takes away from the video. So in other words, if I were doing this video and let's say there was somebody walking back and forth behind me, that's distractive, because you're trying to listen to me, but you see this person walking back and forth. If I were doing my video, and as you can see, I have my background up behind me. But if I was doing my video and I had a ton of junk behind me, stacked up, clothes, whatever, that's eye noise. It's very distractive, because now your total focus is not on me and what I'm saying. You're looking at my background going, Jesus Christ, why didn't Michelle clean up? What's going on with her? And I actually have done that, and sadly, or not, I have come across videos where the content was great, but because there was so much eye noise going on, I just clicked off of it, because I can't do it. Maybe it's my OCD. I don't know. But I could not do it. They had too much junk in the background. People were talking in the background. Kids are trying to talk to the person doing the video. People are walking back and forth. It was just too much activity going on. And I cannot stand that. I'm sorry. I just cannot. So we talked about things to be aware of while you're filming. I gave some questions that people often ask, such as, do I have to post often? Do I actually need a YouTube channel? How do I decide what to talk about? So we'll go into those things. And then I list a few YouTube secrets that I've learned, the last 3 years. Because, you guys, this year, the end of this month, I will be, and I'll remind you, I think it's the very end of the month, I will actually be celebrating 3 years on YouTube. I'm so excited about that. But when that happens, trust me, you'll know. So, and then I just give some information about my channel, my channel name, years on YouTube, video count. As of the recording of this video, I have 421 videos now on YouTube. And then I list out my playlist, and that's something else I talk about, because you really should have a playlist. That way people can find your content so much easier. So super excited about that. Next on my list, I sold my first Wreath Kit, you guys. OMG. So Thursday, I got up and I checked my email, as I always do, and I had an email from Etsy, and I thought, oh, what is this about? So when I looked, it said congratulations, and I mean, y'all, I got up and sat on the edge of my bed. I'm like, congratulations! Hold on, wait a minute. So I'm opening up and I'm scrolling through. I'm on my phone. I'm scrolling through. I'm like, congratulations for what? And it said you just sold your first item on Etsy, and I was like, OMG! So I made sure I wrote that down in my calendar because that will now become an anniversary date for me. Super, super excited. And so the person that bought the Wreath Kit, if you all will recall back when I showed you my ladybug wreath, she bought that Wreath Kit. And so I will be shipping that out to her, because what I had to do was I didn't have enough of the material that I needed to give her. So I had to order the mesh, and I didn't want to give her the reframe that I actually was going to use for that. So I got a little larger one, and then I needed to order some more of the ribbon. And so I did all of that, and those items will be here tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And so I'm going to be shipping that box out first thing on Wednesday, and I'll do it such that I can overnight it to her and she can get her box. But I'm super, super, super excited. And I also want to let you guys know I have one other Wreath kit left as of right now, and that is the Bumblebee wreath. If you recall, I showed you the finished product on my Bumblebee wreath, and so I do have that completed kit ready to go. It's in a box. And I haven't taped it up yet, because, I need to see it before I tape everything up. So it's in the box. I'm actually looking at it across the room. And as soon as that kit is purchased, I will be taping it up and shipping it on off. So thank you so much for purchasing that kit. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Next on my list. Oh, so you know what, as I was putting together the presentation on how to start and succeed on YouTube, it dawned on me that I needed to go back, and I showed this to you guys a while ago, and it's the how to create digital products and start a YouTube channel. So I went back and pulled out this baby right here, and I realized, you know what, I want to go back through here and update some things. Update some things that I've learned since I created this document last year. So I actually printed off this copy in black and white. I didn't bother wasting my ink on the color, print out in color, but I printed out a black and white copy of this. So I will be using this week to go through and update anything that I might need to update, add anything new that I've come across, take out anything that I may not want in there anymore, because this is why I'm doing this. So not only because, you need to update your products anyway, but it dawned on me to go and look at this and update it because I had created my presentation. Now, guess what? If you have a business, you should have products. Did you hear what I said? If you have a business, you need to have products. So when I go and do my presentation for Circle of Champions on how to start and succeed on YouTube, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, you guys, I'm hoping that Bob will put me in for one of the Monday night slots for his Monday night 8-week class that he does, which is absolutely free. You guys, you get a wealth of information. This is not little tidbits here and there. It is a wealth of information for 8 weeks that he's giving you for free. That's a whole nother story. So I'll be sure to link Circle Champions in the description box, but I'm hoping I can get a slot on a Monday night to do it. But, I don't mind doing it on a Saturday either. It's all good. But anyway, I digress. As I was putting together this presentation, it dawned on me, Michelle, you have a product. This is why I said y'all need your products. This workbook right here. So what I'm going to do is, when I do the presentation, I am going to bring 20 copies. That's it. That's all. I'm going to bring 20 copies of this workbook. And I'm also going to have clear covers put on the front, and probably just a black cover on the back, and have it spiral bound. 20 copies, you guys, and I'm going to sell these for $20. If you go to my Selfie site or go to my website, either one, to purchase this workbook, you will get it for $29.99, and you download it. Okay, so all you can do is download it. It will not come with the cover. It will not be spiral bound. When you download it, it'll look just like this, and you need to get a binder clip because it's too thick to staple. So you'll just get a copy like this for $29.99. If you come to the workshop that I'm going to do, you can purchase a copy for $20 that will have a front and back cover and spiral bound. Like I said, I'm only taking 20 copies. So now you see why I said if you have a business, you need a product. I'm going to do a presentation talking about the very thing that's in this workbook. So guess what? Why would if I were going to a presentation and you told me about, just because like I said, let me backtrack. What I put in here are just little snippets. It's not everything, just little snippets of what's in here. So if I come to the workshop and I hear what you have to give me here, which is just the basic stuff, just basic, guess what? I'm going to buy this because I can get more information, because there are a lot of things in the workbook that I will not be covering in my presentation, because it's more of a teaser, just to kind of give you an overview of things. If you want all the nuts and bolts and the ins and outs, you will have to buy the workbook. And if you remember correctly, I told you guys, Miss Sharon, who's a part of Circle of Champions, she's the one that suggested that I do this workbook. And so I'm always going to be grateful to her for suggesting that. And then, of course, the lovely Miss Angel Richardson, who I love dearly, and I'll link her channel below as well. She's a firm advocate of having products for your business. So here's a quick tip, and I'm gonna move on. If you go someplace and you speak, have someone set up a something, their cell phone, doesn't matter as long as the quality is good, and record what you're doing. That now becomes your product. Do you see what I'm saying, y'all? My phone. My Nikon is on a tripod recording this. So if I were talking to a group, because guess what? When I do my presentation for Circle of Champions, I'm going to actually record it. Now, I'll probably put it on the tripod so my mom doesn't have to hold the camera for me, but I'm going to record it. You know why? Because now I can package that and I can sell it. Hello? So if you weren't able to come to the presentation, you can get that product and have it to watch over and over again. So I'm super excited about that. Next on my list, I think I only have one more other thing that I wanted to share with you guys, and I'm gonna let you be. So y'all know I get the $10 Vistaprint bucks from when I order my promo boxes. And so I had one, and I hate to say it, you guys, that I actually forgot was expiring, and so now it's just gone. And I think that's only happened like maybe 3 times. So I try not to have that happen, because that's $10 of my money I'm giving away. So the one that came with the last box that I showed you guys, I believe it was last week, I said, nope, we're not going to even let that sit. I went in, and I love these spiral notebooks. Let me show you the size. So, the spiral notebooks, I actually have one in my purse, and I like them because they're lightweight. And as ideas come to me, oh my God, I'm opening up and I'm in my book and I'm writing. That way I don't forget stuff. So I went in and I just ordered 2 of these. They're the same, but I'll just show them to you side by side. So I ordered these 2. And I love this. It has my logo on it. It says Speak Life Coaching Group. At the bottom it has my email and my website. So I just ordered 2 of the same notebooks, and so when I'm finished with the notebook that I'm writing in, I now have 2 more. Or I can use these for anything that I want to use them for, but I want to keep them in my purse because, like I said, ideas are always coming to me. And y'all, I have some juicy stuff that I really want to share with you guys so bad, but I can't. Maybe I'll do it next week. We'll see. But I have some juicy stuff that I want to share with you guys that I'm going to be working on that need to go into that notebook that's in my purse right now. So when I'm done with this video, I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. But I'm super excited about that. And I have a meeting hopefully by next week. Hopefully by next week's Catch Up With Me video, I can give you some more updates on the podcast that I talked to you about last week. Super excited about that. So we need to sit down and, I think I told you last week, really iron out the details of what our first 4 episodes are going to be about. Because I'm a firm believer of recording stuff so that if for some reason something comes up, our schedules don't permit us to record anything, we now have 4 podcasts in the whole that we can, get out there. So, and we're going to be doing them once a week. I wanted to do more, or actually, I should say I thought about doing more, but I think it's just going to be too much. So, I'm excited. I am so excited. I'm so excited that I'm not even worried about these hot lights making me look like I'm glistening right now. I can move past that. And I'm so excited that I forgot to tell you guys, if you hear grass being cut outside, is because the guy up the street is cutting our grass. So if you can hear that, I do apologize, but I needed to go ahead and get this video recorded. So that's all I have, you guys. That's all I have. So excited. Did I just break out in song? I did. So again, that's it. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to support me and all that I do. I love you guys to the moon and back. There's nothing you can do about it. So, as always, go out there, be the amazing people that you were created to be. Go out there this week, do something nice and or special for someone. Just pick one. If you do more than one, that's fine, but I want you to find one person that you can do something nice for. It may be that you treat them to lunch, you treat them to a coffee, you treat them to some groceries, you invite them over to your house and cook them a meal. I don't cook, so I'm not cooking anybody a meal because I don't have time to be going to jail for poisoning anybody. But, if cooking is your thing, treat somebody to a meal. But just go out there and be amazing. Bless somebody this week. And as always, because this is our thing going forward for the rest of the year, pray big. Whatever it is that you're praying for, hoping for, wishing for, whatever, I want you to do it big. Until next week, take care.